Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and welcome to another episode from me, Avomance, in my Minecraft Seed Reviews and Tours series. Last time, we had this bonkers seed from Gaming Only Here. Episode 65, there was a mansion at spawn. You spawned inside the mansion, but apart from that, there was actually loads around that you could really do loads with. I was quite impressed with the seed. Go and take a look at it. The playlist is in the description below. This time, we've got something a bit different. Like always, we are going to generate this world together. I've put the seed as the world name just so as I don't get lost. But remember, you have got to put it into the seed box as well. If you do not do that, you are going to end up with a completely different seed and you'll just be very sad. Now, this seed is actually really special to me, and I'll tell you why as we generate the world and get in there. Let's get crank on with it. And we have spawned in on a Mooshroom Island, and I recognise this Mooshroom Island, and I'm going to tell you why. And the reason is I use this Mooshroom Island for a very special stream that I do. It seems to be most weeks at the moment, where everybody can come in and play with me to build something completely crackers and beautiful. You can come and play it too. It's called my Plank server. However, anytime you come on, you take your life into your own hands. We have a limited, finite number of lives, and the viewers can give us lives, take lives away, and do some absolutely insane things with us as well. It's all stream loots driven, and it's a really, really lot of fun. So if you want to come along and have a play with this, completely free, you are more than welcome. It's on Java. Go to the IP that is in the description below. It's avomancebng.apexmc.co. Stick that into your multiplayer browser. Come and have a play with us. You would be more than welcome, and it is a really, really lot of fun. Now, I'm excited to explore this seed because in the Plank server, we have barely explored any of it. We've not really gone off of this island. So I'm looking forward to having a look around. But as I do with all the seed videos, let's make a tower so we can see exactly where it is we spawn into. And we can have a good old look around from here before we explore further. And at the top of the tower, you can see we've got water pretty much everywhere. This is an incredibly wet spawning, but I love it. Look at this island. It could be the absolute best base you have ever made in your entire life. We've got that frozen ocean just over there, but can you just see there the hintings of a mesa biome, which is also really exciting. That is so close to spawn. Now we are going to go and have a look around, see what we get north, south, east and west in a minute. But what I really want to do is see what this seed is going to look like in Minecraft 1.18. So let's load the seed up in 1.18 and see what we get. Okay, so this seed in 1.18 couldn't really be much different, could it? Apart from anything, it's a totally different colour. It is, however, still pretty wet. We've got warm ocean, we've got cold ocean, we've also got a shipwreck just over there, we've got a broken portal right over there, we've got some islands offshore, we've got an ocean ruin, and we've got a savannah that kind of sprawls out onto that peninsula over there. But here, we've also got some tall mountains. Really interesting shape the mountains have made themselves into there. Not quite sure what to make of that. Don't know if I like it or hate it. Not quite decided, but it is completely different. But as we come under the ground, you can see we've got some really great cave networks coming in. We've got a number of amethyst geodes too, which is quite nice. Get yourself a couple of amethyst farms right at spawn. These big old caves probably going to end up converting into lush or something like that. Some of them certainly will be. And we have a mine shaft right underneath us. The underground is really quite interesting. This could be a good seed for 1.18. However, we are not looking at the 1.18 seed, we're looking at the seed in 1.17 for the purpose of this video. So let's crack on with that now. Well, I know Minecraft 1.18 seeds are very different, but that really was different. Wasn't expecting that at all. More importantly though, let's explore this one. Although, if you would like me to look at a number of 1.18 seeds that you could be using for your brand new world when 1.18 releases later on this year, then do let me know. I'll do a bit of an investigation, see if I can't find a few crackers. There's only 1 centillion of them for me to search through, so it probably wouldn't take me very long. Let me know in the comments below. I'm going to head out north, and north sees the point end of this island. We've got a little island off the end of that. Then we've got the frozen ocean on the left and all of that massive ocean out on the right. That looks like cold, deep ocean. A little bit of light down there, which is nice, but nothing really to speak of. But we do have a snowy tundra coming up on the left-hand side. Again, another fairly rare biome is that snowy tundra. So we're like, oh, and we've got an ice spikes biome coming up on the right. Look, it's so close. Look, there's the island. You can still see the island right there, look. And the ice spikes is there. That's fantastic. And we've got a mixed forest kind of sandwiched between these two really cold biomes, because obviously that happens in real life, doesn't it? But I like the fact that we've got this mixture so close to spawn with another plains biome coming in just on the right. We've got frozen rivers, plenty of ice for us to be able to come and capture. We've got a few little ravines coming around. These twisting rivers give for a really nice area. You've got that sinkhole right in the middle of that you could use. Maybe make that a feature of some kind of village build. That could be like a village well or something like that. I like this a lot. As we go a bit further north, the snow gives way to plains and mountains. And if you look just here, this is a nice find. We've got it's a deserted village. It's an abandoned village. It's a haunted village. Look at all of those cobwebs. They're pretty rare. They're one of the rarest village types that there are. So you can come here and you can loot it. There's no villagers there, but there could be a few zombies. But that's really quite cool. I like that. Come over these mountain tops into another plains area as well. We've got a mixture of trees on the left-hand side there. We've kind of got this twisting water feature, which is nice. We've got another village. That's a populated village right there, church village. That's nice. Just on the edge of this big old plains area. So if you didn't want to build on that Mooshroom Island, you've actually got a really nice area with a beautiful backdrop right here to build on. This huge plains that doesn't take that much terraforming really. It's got a ravine in the middle of it. You've got a lovely winding river that you could do something with. You've got that village that you could use for villagers or even as the start of your base, and the mountain backdrop. That's fantastic. I'm just going to go a little bit further north and see how much further we can get before we get bored. There is another broken portal there. We are currently sitting at 157 minus 2,500 for another portal. It's very, very mountainous in this direction, but we are just starting to find ourselves a little bit of a swamp. But what type of a swamp is it? Is it a wet swamp? Is it a dry swamp? Is it a swampy swamp? It's got a lot of land, so it's not ideal for you to be able to do an iron golem fueled slime farm there. You're going to end up making, that's going to be quite tricky because that area out there ceases to be swamp, so you can't use that. However, we do have a dark oak forest just to the left of us. This big area here that you could potentially be using, I can make that as a feature. It's surrounded by forest, there's loads and loads of wood. That's quite nice. We've got the mountains still rolling along. We've got that interesting kind of circular feature there. It doesn't look quite so interesting when you zoom into it, I'll grant you that. And then the ocean hits us again. Round bay area with these rocks jutting up. Maybe you could make a feature of those rocks as well. And as we continue out just a little bit further north, this ocean stops at a really nice craggy looking mountainous area there, more dark oak forest and a big old desert. If you want to do some desert building, perhaps this is the fella for you. It's got a really nice shape. It's a bit akin to the shape of the mushroom biome that we had before there, except it's got this really nice open bay, kind of mountain drop there, mountain drop there. It's very similar shape, isn't it, to that mushroom biome? I like that a lot. And then you've got the birch forest on the right hand side, so as many sticks, as many chests. I don't know what else you're going to use birch for. I haven't got a clue. You can make ladders, lots of ladders there, absolutely. And another broken portal. We've got ourselves out as far as 4,000 blocks to the north, and we're also finding ourselves a little bit of a coral here. We've got a coral sea, nice warm ocean, plenty of coral. Come and get your sea pickles here, although there could be some closer. We are heading out east from our island. I really like this bay here. We're going to do something really special with that bay on the plank server, definitely. But this puts us out over into a large ocean area yet again towards the east. And I don't think I've actually travelled any distance in this direction on the plank server. I've only done it for a couple of weeks, so it's not something that we've done an awful lot of. We do, however, have a jungle coming into play on the right hand side. So again, look, it's just there, that's spawn. We've got jungle, so many rare biomes, so close to spawn. That's absolutely amazing. Big old jungle biome there. No doubt we're gonna have, yep, here we go, it's exactly there. Jungle temple, right at the front of the jungle biome. It's presenting itself to you. Come and get me, it says. That's amazing. We've also got more coral reef right here, so you don't have to go 4,000 blocks to the north. All you need to do is come out, what, 600 blocks to the east, and you are absolutely sorted on the coral front. But I'm going to continue over this jungle because I want to see what's on the other side. We've got a giant tiger literally just the other side of the jungle, so yet more opportunity for rare biome, which is absolutely fantastic. We've got a few little deserty islands, but they're not actual deserts, they're just part of this giant tiger biome, which turns into a bit of a normal slash giant tiger biome just on the other side. Let's see what happens when we go a bit further. The giant tiger just starts to sweep around to the right, and we end up with this plains biome with a little bit of woods and a little bit more plains, really nice open wet area there as well, which I love. I love all of these big lakes because they're so easy to make features of in some kind of Minecraft build. And you can also use them, especially in the river sections here, for some farm areas. I did a drowned farm in a river section that probably would work beautifully in that area. You'd have to check out to make sure that that is sufficient river biome there for you to be able to do it. But that's a really interesting farm, really easy to make. More birch forest, more sticks, more ladders, more chests, that kind of stuff. That's all you need that for. Then we've got proper wood here with all of that oak. So let's continue just a little bit further out east and see what we can't find. A little bit further north, we are sat at 3,000 blocks north. We've got more spruce. These taiga forests are, well, plentiful in this easterly direction. East is the direction of spruce. We do have this little taiga village here. Not so fan of the taiga villagers themselves, but the villages are quite cool because I love their little uniform. Can I find any of their little uniforms? Is there anybody around? Let's just have a little quick sneaky look. There he is. Hello, Mr. Uniform Man. I love their outfits in the taiga biomes. Aren't they so cool? The villages themselves, however, are rubbish. But what we do have here is a pillager tower. So that pillager tower sitting around about, when we get there, about 3,500 blocks directly to the east. So that's quite useful. You can come and grab that. And we've got some more jungle. Another jungle coming in. Where are we? Just around about 3,600 blocks directly to the east. Even more jungle, just in case that jungle, which was quite small, that was close to us, was not enough for you. If you want to come and be Tarzan, this is your place. Heading out directly south from spawn, you can see we're going over this end of the island. There's a really nice pool there. I want to make a feature of that on the Plank server, definitely. But what we do have here, look here, right here, we've got, okay, it's a sunken broken portal, nobody cares, but we do have an ocean monument right there. Literally, there's the island, there's the ocean monument, there's the ocean monument, there's the island. Really close, right off the coast of this desert. So as much sand as you could possibly need right there. It's not a massive desert, but it's got plenty of sand. You can see we've got over there the mesa that we're going to explore in just a minute. But it turns it into a savanna biome coming in this direction, a little bit more dark oak. We've got all the biomes. Have we hit all the biomes? I think we've hit all the biomes. I'm really excited that we've hit all the biomes. We've got all the kinds of wood that we could possibly need. Jungle, dark oak, savanna woods, those acacia woods. We've got oak, we've got birch for sticks, we've got spruce, we've got all the woods we need. Everything really close by. That dark oak turns into yet more desert. So if you've not got enough sand in your first bit, probably got plenty of sand in this second bit, I imagine. Your ravine right there in the middle of that desert. Not seen any desert temples because this one looks like it's a little bit more tiddly. But it does continue off in this direction. I wonder if there is a desert temple coming off this way. There could well be. Yes, there is. Right there. Desert temple. We've got coordinates of around about 1,200 directly to the south. You're going to end up with a nice desert temple there in the middle of the desert. Let's just hop back straight onto our southern axis. And we come across this even more cold ocean, moving it into warm ocean again. Let's see what we get when we go a little bit further. Well, it stays wet for quite a long time until you hit this really craggy mountainous area here. And I just wanted to pause here because you've got some really nice building opportunities. You've got the plains off to the left there, I grant you. But if you look at the mountains, look at the shape of that massive drop. Oh, look, I think is that another broken portal just off in the distance? Yes, it is. These mountains could be really interesting to build with. We've got that interesting drop there. We've got kind of that bulge dome mountain just there. We've got all of these bay areas. We've got that interesting kind of hook area with the caves in, and then the cliffs just continue along the edge of the ocean along here. Just on the other side we've got kind of a little archway, I guess you could say. That was an archway in the rocks just out into the ocean again before it turns into even more ocean. South is quite interesting. There's not a lot of exciting structures apart from the one that you have literally just offshore. We do have a shipwreck just there where we've got that ocean monument, but actually in reality there's some really interesting build opportunities. I like the way that's shaped. That could be quite an imposing build. You could do a very kind of dark medieval build coming off of the side of that. All kinds of perhaps Gothic style building. Like the idea of it very much. And that only leaves us with the westerly direction. Westerly direction, we already know we've got this frozen ocean that we could see. So plenty ice. Bring your silk touch pick and you are going to be sorted. And then here we've got the mesa. Now I love the fact that we've got this mesa so close to the spawning point, because terracotta is potentially such an important building block that you can use. You can get all these different colours of terracotta. Obviously, you can dye up the standard terracotta to make it whatever colour it is you want it to be. But so many different types of buildings that you can do with that terracotta, and the red sand also is a really interesting thing to use, and it mixes really well with that mycelium. Mix that red sand and the mycelium as a texture. It's a really nice palette. You'd be surprised. Trust me on that one. It really, really works. We've got another broken portal just there, and the frozen ocean continues. It is massive. This frozen ocean is huge. Loads and loads of ice. Come and capture some polar bears. You know you want to. Now, the mesa carries on for 1,500 blocks. It is a very long, relatively thin mesa, but there's lots and lots there. But then you come to this area, this big bay, the mesa separating it from this little plains area here. Very, very flat plains area, almost no terraforming required if you wanted to build there. You've got plenty of wood there that you could harvest up should you want to do some wood building. And then you've got the savanna on the left-hand side, again, the mesa sweeping round to the left. That, my friends, is a massive potential building opportunity. You have got a savanna village that is actually very, very flat. Savanna villages are never flat. Again, broken portal right there. That could be absolutely beautiful. Come and build here. In fact, people, I challenge you right now, come and build here. Let me know in the comments if you have come to build here. Look, the desert just on the other side. Make your base from this savanna village. It is such a gorgeous seed. I really, really like it. And I think outside of the mushroom biome in the spawn area, this is definitely the best place we've seen so far that you could build an absolutely stunning base. That savanna continues on. You then get a little bit of plains area, the desert wrapping around it, and then jumping with this tiny little thing here. Look at that little plains area there, tiny little one. And then more plains on the other side with some really nice open areas and even more desert. This mountain in the middle, could you make a feature of that? Don't know. Trickier build, more advanced building opportunity, but you could definitely give it a try, I think. Then this desert with a desert village. It is a single tower village. Yes, it's single tower village. So you could potentially make a little raid farm doodad out of that. You could do, it's possible. You could make a platform running to and from. Maybe you make that house there that's slightly elevated a little bit higher. Run a platform across to the tower, and you could just run backwards and forwards. You could do all sorts of raiding with that. That's quite nice. The desert continues on, and then, as so often seems to be in this seed, you get yet another ocean. The other side of which, we've got this really attractively shaped dark oak forest island with a little bit of plains on it. It comes off the edge of that little plains area there. If you wanted to maybe make a base out of an island, that could be really, really nice. We have got 3,000, pretty much 3,000 directly to the west. That's a nice island. I like that a lot. I might even think about that myself. We are back at spawn, and we're going to take a look underneath the ground. So if you don't want to know what's underneath the ground or the cave systems, etc., you need to be hiding and averting your eyes in 3, 2, 1. This is what we've got. Big open cave system, and yes, a mine shaft directly there. An amethyst geode literally just underneath you. Look at that. Absolutely brilliant for an amethyst stump. In fact, you've got a few amethyst geodes just there as well. This is a huge, huge, huge mine shaft. Look at it. It's big. It's proper big. Here we've got spider spawner. Can tell by the fact that there's so many cobwebs just lurking around there. It's a huge, complex network of mine shaft. That's amazing. We've got a number of our kind of cave systems here. It's not that riddled with caves. You've got these big open areas here where you could do some absolutely brilliant branch mining. Lots and lots of open space where you don't really hit too much lava, which is really, really nice. But you do have all the ravines, etc. there that you could start playing with as well. I love the fact that they're starting to, that these are all underwater ravines, these. So maybe you could terraform this all up, access that directly from under the water. But lots and lots of geodes is the one thing that strikes me here. Lots and lots of geodes as you come under that frozen ocean. Not too much lava, which is quite nice. And obviously with this mine shaft, some of this mine shaft is not going to be spawning in mobs because it is directly underneath this mushroom biome. So you are completely mob free and safe, which is nice as well, isn't it? What we got here? Another spider spawner right there. These are good peeps. This is a really nice seed under the earth as well as it is over the earth. I'm quite impressed with it. Another mine shaft. This is a different one. Pretty sure another spider spawner right about there, just off the shore. you're going to find that probably is going to be sufficiently outside of the edges of that biome that you are going to be able to get proper spawnage on that, which is quite nice, because it's no good having a spawner if it won't actually spawn anything. That would be a little bit rubbish. I've done a quick /locate just to see if we can find where the nearest points of interest are. The Desert Pyramid, nearest one is 1,700 blocks away. That's not too far at all. Jungle Pyramid, really close, 746 blocks, is right next door. The Mansion, that's a bit of a trot away. You're going to need to do something through the Nether to get that closer. Divide that number by 8, and that's how many blocks away the Nether is. It is still pretty close, nearly 3,000 blocks away through the Nether. But that's not uncommon. Mansions are very, very rare. Monument, 300 blocks away. We know it's just offshore. We saw it just a little while ago. Stronghold, a little over 1,500 blocks away. That's really close. And the nearest witch hut, nearest swamp hut, is even closer than that at just under 1,400 blocks away. All the points of interest we could ever want are literally within a stone's throw, except for that mansion. But we can get there. You only need to do that once, right? I'm just taking a look at Chunk Base to see what this seed looks like when we look at it spread out like a map. You can see the little circle in the middle, that compass. That is where you spawn in. That is the spawn island. And you can see where we've got all of that frozen area to the north. We've got that mesa to the west. We've got jungle down to the southeast. We've got lots of different biomes. We've also got more mushroom biomes down to the southwest there as well. Every pretty much biome mix there that we could possibly ask for. I'm also going to look at it at Mine Atlas because I think the differentiation of Mine Atlas actually looks slightly bigger. You don't always get the right map, but with this one you actually do. You can see the little home area there where we spawn in, and again all of that differentiated ground. We've got the jungle, we've got the desert, lots and lots of desert actually, plenty of snow, plenty of ice spike just above us right there, lots of forest, lots of plains. It's a really nice seed. I love the balance that we've got between land and sea. Time to go interdimensional now. So I'm just going to open up this portal and see what we've got on the other side. This could be really, really interesting. Now, I know that when we go directly in, we end up in this Crimson Forest, which is great. You've got no danger whatsoever of lava coming to bite you on the bum, but you do have danger of these fellas and their hoggies as well coming along and giving you a bash, especially if you're not wearing any gold, because they're going to hate you if you're not wearing any gold. But what else have we got? It's a very crowded area until you get here, and then it opens up just a little bit. Lots and lots of lava. Have we got any of the other biomes? Let's take a look. Quick /locate biome shows us that the basalt deltas are 520 blocks away. The warp forest is really close, less than 200 blocks. Soul Sand Valley, less than 400 blocks. Nether Waste is 200 blocks away. Bastion Remnant is only 471 blocks away, and the fortress is 743 blocks away. Although Minecraft does lie, there could well easily be a fortress a lot closer than that. It just gets confused. I came to the basalt deltas first. It's actually got a little Soul Sand Valley attached to it as well, which is quite interesting. It's not necessarily the same one that we just located. It's treacherous. This one is proper treacherous. Everything suspended over this lava pit. Yeah, be careful with this one, people. This one could be the end of you. The Crimson Forest that you spawn into turns directly into a warped forest, which is really quite nice if you kind of had a little bit of a mooch around here. It's not too difficult to traverse, really. A little bit of lava that you need to be aware of, but all in all, this one's not too bad, so you can get all your twisted words and all that kind of stuff really quite easily. And the Soul Sand Valley is actually really quite nice. Lots of flat. Do be cautious. You're going to get ghasted and skeletoned to death. And what is it I told you about these fortresses? And they're being really, really close and the game getting really confused? Well, in that Soul Sand Valley, there is a nether fortress literally spanning the entirety of it. You can see here. So what on earth's going on, Minecraft? You're telling me porky pies. What I'm quite interested to know in, though, has this little fortress here got me some fungus? And the answer is yes, but only a half load, because we've had lava flow coming through that ceiling to spoil our day, unfortunately. But you still got half of it there. You can access it that way. It's all good, so you'll be all right. And you can get to it across the nether wastes that come across that Crimson Forest that you spawn into, and this little bit of nether waste here joins up that Soul Sand Valley, so it's not too hard to get to. And we've got the Bastion Remnant now. I grant you, this Bastion Remnant is a little bit hidey. It's part buried in the soil there, part buried in that netherrack, but you can access it quite easily if you come kind of around and across or here from this warp forest. You can see the side here. You can get in across the side. Do be careful of all that lava. But inside, you've got everything you would be expecting from your standard Bastion Remnant. You've got lots of nasty piggies that want to eat your face, plenty of treasure. Just do be careful because there's people in here that really don't like you very much. I really love this seed. That's why I've used it for my plank server. It's got so much to offer and it's a really good building opportunity. And if you really fancy coming and having a play with me on the plank server, come and build with me. It's absolutely free. You don't have to be on my server network already. Just come along. Java is all you require. Young, old, you are more than welcome. Come and build, but be prepared because things get hairy. Check out my Twitch. There you'll find out all of what's going on. The VODs are there. The live streams are there. It'll be really fun for you to come and have a watch of that. And if you enjoy it, come and join in. Link for my Twitch is in the description below, as well as the IP for the server. So thank you very much, Baravos and Elandros, for finding this seed for me. You're going to get credit for this because it's a cracker. If you have got a seed that you think is absolutely brilliant, whether it is 117 or maybe even in 118, I don't care. Let me know. Send it to avomanceminecraft@gmail.com. That's avomanceminecraft@gmail.com. Let me know why it's good. Give me some interesting coordinates. That would be absolutely fantastic, and maybe it'll appear on a future seed video. If you have enjoyed this video, please do remember to slap that like button. Be great to know you enjoyed them, and I will keep on making. Also, if you've not done it already, please do hit that subscribe button. It'd be great to see you in my sub club, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.